Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Boy, is this one going to be an important program. Radiation spikes. Yeah, that's what's really behind the drones. What they're really searching for is suitcase nukes. I think I can say that not 100%, but a pretty high percentage. And I'm bringing you new information. And if you want the complete list of all the prophecies about the suitcase nukes, you can go to 11/20/2024. It looks like this, all the suitcase nuke prophecies. I'm not covering any of those today. I'm all bringing you new information, all new information. All right, so here's the first one. What is the answer? The most probable answer is, and I think it's the correct answer, is that they are sniffing for suitcase nukes. Now, if you look at this chart, this map, over on the right side where it says Maryland, that's where they're doing a lot of searching, all up in there. But the problem is they're not just there. If they're listening to the prophets, my guess is they're probably listening to Prophecy Club. We've been talking about this since 1998, which I think is long before anyone else has mentioned it. Anyway, so here it is. Military contractor fears New Jersey drones are actually searching for a nuclear warhead. AVA specialist John Ferguson says he knows of at least one lost nuke that could have been smuggled in the United States. Okay, that would be an additional one, in addition to the ones from Russia. So the founder of a company that supplies cutting-edge unmanned aircraft to the U.S. military, I think he knows what he's talking about, has offered a chilling explanation to the wave of drone sightings sweeping America. John Ferguson is a military veteran with over 25 years of experience in drone technology. He says they are searching for a rogue nuclear warhead that has been smuggled into the United States. He said the only reason why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something. Okay, now more. I want you to look carefully at this. Top left corner. This is all federal contract opportunities. So when the federal government wants to buy something, this is the place they go to post it, saying, we want to buy this. So what do they want to buy? Potassium iodide. All right, now what is that for? Okay, so when you get too much radiation, your thyroid filters it out. And when a suitcase nuke or a nuke goes off, it puts a powder. It's finer than sand. And in the air it goes and covers everything, the nuclear fallout. It settles on leaves, into water, on houses, it's in the air. You cannot avoid it. And it blows just about every place. And it's easily absorbable right through the skin. So if you get this nuclear fallout on you, you immediately want to take off those clothes and wash thoroughly and put on clean clothes. And if you get any more, just a little bit of it can be very dangerous. Depends on how radioactive it is. And it goes right through the skin. And then your thyroid filters it out. And it kills the thyroid, and that kills you. But there's a simple answer. Taking potassium iodide or iodate tablets, either one, okay? Now, here's the federal government. Look carefully at what they're doing. They have put out an order saying we want to buy potassium iodide. Okay, so it says here, if you look at the pink, potassium iodide tablets, 65 milligram tablets packed in blister packs of 20. Why? Because that's enough to get at least one person through one event. So when a nuclear device is detonated, the wind blows this dust, this fine dust. It's finer than dust, settling on everything. You breathe, eat, absorb radioactive iodine, which kills your thyroid, killing you. But a simple fix is to immediately take potassium iodide pills, which floods your thyroid with good iodine, keeping the radioactive or the bad iodine out. You need one bottle per person per exposure for everyone from infant to adult. Available 10 bottles for a gift of $150, $20 a bottle at Prophecy Club. The problem is they are going quickly, and we're having trouble keeping them in, and for obviously good reason. So the federal government is asking to buy 65 milligram tablets packed in blister packs of 20 tablets. Here's the problem. Look at the deadline. They want them by December 21, 2024. Do they know something we don't know? Okay, why would they be in such a hurry to get potassium iodide pills? Okay, how much? 224,601 packages of 20 tablet blister packs. Does that speak to you? Because it does to me. It says that somebody in the government knows that we're in trouble. They know that there's a high probability on or before December 1, 2024, that they are going to need those potassium iodide tablets, and they're asking them to be delivered by December 21. 224,601 packages. That's a lot. That's saving 224,000 people. I don't know where they got the number. But anyway, let's go on. So this article radiation raises alarm amid continued drone sightings. Significant radiation spikes have been detected in Weehawken and Fort Hamilton, which coincides with strange drone sightings. Authorities are investigating both links to environmental hazards or experimental technology, leaving the public demanding answers. We know about that. Recent drone sightings across New York and New Jersey metro areas have coincided with significant spikes in radiation levels. So the reason the drones are up is they're not just flying around wasting their time. They know they're supposed to be finding something. They are saying, we have seen the radiation levels go up, so consequently, we are trying to tell people that there's a problem. We're trying to find the problem. That's what they're saying. Over the past week, radiation readings exceeding safety thresholds were detected in 2 areas. Goes on, we know that. According to the Geiger Counter World Map, counts per minute are in these locations up to 1,000 per minute, and it's not supposed to be over 30 to 50. They know there's something out there. They just don't know where it is or exactly what it is. Well, if they were listening to the prophets out here, we've been talking about suitcase nukes coming to America since 1998. 1998. Radiation spikes of this magnitude are rare. Industrial equipment failures, plausible sources. The drones themselves might be equipped with advanced sensors to detect gas leaks or radioactive material. Well, I hope it's a gas leak, but I'm afraid it's radioactive. Unexplained drone activity and alarming radiation spikes have left New York and New Jersey residents scared to death, frankly. Again, potassium iodide, Prophecy Club, $20 a bottle, or 10 bottles for $150. I recommend you get 10 bottles because everybody around you is going to need them. And probably most people don't even believe this stuff, so you're going to have pill bottles for them too. Potassium iodide, 10 bottles, $150, that's what you want. And probably by the time you get them, or by the time you place the order, will be out. We'll have to order some more, but we do have a source. And we'd order a whole bunch of them, but frankly, we're tight financially, so it's kind of hand and mouth right now. So if you can help us with a gift, that would be very, very nice. Mystery drones could be trying to find radioactive material. Aerospace, this comes from Newsweek, okay? This is a left-leaning magazine. They're saying the recent epidemic of reported drone sightings across New York and New Jersey could be due to, well, radioactive material. The FBI said it has received more than 3,000 tips regarding these drone sightings, and they're saying they're happening at night. And the only reason an unmanned aircraft would be flown at night is if the operator was looking for something. Next article says, not nefarious and intense. The only reason is they're trying to smell something from the ground. They think pockets of radiation, and so do I. Seeking something very important. The drones appear to be compliant with federal regulations. They have red and green lights on it, many of the ones I've seen. And so they're not enemy drones. They are trying to be legal. They are trying to find what is causing this nuclear radiation spike. Terrified Joe Rogan convinced drones attempting to sniff out gas leak or radiation. I hope it's a gas leak. I don't think so. I don't think you think so. He says they're attempting to smell something on the ground like, I'm going to say, radioactive material. He doesn't accept the government's claim that the drones use no national security or public safety threat. Instead, he says they are looking for something. They're trying to smell something on the ground. I'm going to say radioactive material. Now, this is from Zero Hedge. Again, these are not conspiracy theories locations. New theory. New Jersey drone sightings may be nuclear sniffers following elevated new NYC radiation levels. Okay, they're not out just exploring. They're not mapping. They're not the enemy trying to map out something. These are probably military drones with radiation detectors trying to find out why the radiation in this area has spiked. Now, if you look at the map behind me, there's actually, the prophecies say, one prophecy says 35 of them are in the area. Another prophecy says there's 10 of them in the area, in the U.S. So I think that they need to be searching for them on the East Coast, but they need to look at this map behind me, what I've been showing you here, and they need to get people out there. Look, I understand that there are some police officers that follow us and watch every program. And I know for a fact that one of them is a very high person in the Washington, D.C. area. So if you are that person, I would recommend you get this map behind me and get more drones out there searching. I would love to think that we could find them so they don't go off. Let me go on and read this. So the founder of an aerospace company specializing in military-grade drones, I just read his article, a spokesman says a few months ago he was trying to raise the alarm to the highest levels of government about one particular nuclear warhead he physically put his hands on. This is not a joke. This is not a conspiracy theory. That was left over from Ukraine. He knew this thing was headed toward the United States. Everyone knows that this administration is pushing to get us into a war with Russia. He says it was believed these drones were looking for radioactive material that came up missing in the U.S. So we have that, and then we have the other things coming from Russia. Drones have no reason to fly at night. Several people have said that because they don't see unless you have thermal optics. Drones really don't see stuff at night so well. Mapping must be done during the day. The only reason, several people say this, they would be flying at night is because they're trying to smell something on the ground, either gas or radioactive, and I don't think it's gas. I hope it's gas. These drones are trying to smell something on the ground, radio. I think they're trying to sniff out a suitcase nuke. I hope. And I hope they find it too, all of them. I pray every day. Now, I went to this site, and as you can see in the background, all grayed out, development of a drone-mounted remote radiation imaging system. I wanted to bring this article to you, but it quickly grayed it out, and unless I accepted the cookies, it would not let me access it. So I don't give anybody permission to give me cookies or to track me or monitor me. You may notice there is no such thing as Stan Johnson on Facebook or Telegram or anything else. I stay totally out of them. Bad enough the mark of the beast is going to come out. I don't need to register. So I disagree with the site that was going to make me give them permission to give me cookies. But nevertheless, the point is still the same. Development of a drone-mounted remote radiation imaging system. This article was going to tell us all about it. My point is, it's not a joke. It's not even a drill. They know that something radioactive that is out there that's not supposed to be there. And this is proof that they have drone-mounted remote radiation imaging systems. On to the next one. So, where did the suitcase nukes come from? Well, probably from Russia, but they could have been our own. They could be coming from Ukraine. But today, let's look at them. Now, this actually comes to us from Wikipedia. It says the potential existence and whereabouts of suitcase-sized Soviet nuclear bombs have become increasingly fierce subject of debate in the aftermath of the collapse of the Soviet Union. This all started with Alexander Lebed, former secretary of the Russian National Security Council. Lebed mentioned the possibility that several portable nuclear suitcase bombs had gone missing in Russia. As you recall now, the other program, I talked about it at the first of this program, we had Stanislav Lunev come and speak to Prophecy Club in 1998. He was part of a team of Russians at the time that was sent to America to find places to hide some 50 lost in Russia suitcase nuclear bombs to be brought to America. And he came in and talked to us, which, by the way, you can watch it instantly, no charge, going to watchprophecyclub.com. Watchprophecyclub.com. The name of it is Russian Defector Warns America. I'll say it again. Watchprophecyclub.com for free. Russian Defector Warns America. Watch Stanislav Lunev get on there and say he was part of the team. So it's not a joke. Now that they are sniffing out apparently too many Geiger counters, whatever the correct words there are. Anyway, let's go on this. So the separatist government in Chechnya possessed small nuclear devices. The commission was only able to locate 48 munitions out of a total of 132 that were made. An indication 84 of them were lost. Now, we don't know how many are in America. Some prophecies say 35, some say 10. So, next question. Do small nuclear devices even exist? What you're looking at is called Davy Crockett. It's a portable 50-pound nuclear weapon deployed to the U.S. Army in West Germany during the 1960s, and it could be fired by a 3-man team. I tried to get a video of it being fired, and if you look over here to the left, it's kind of like a rocket engine, and it fires out of there. Anyway, he'll tell you more about it. So in the event of a shooting war in Europe between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, Allied commanders fully expected to use hundreds, even thousands, of these small 50-pound projectiles. Davy Crockett could be fired from a tripod or a vehicle-mounted rocket launcher. It's the smallest nuclear fission device ever developed, with a user-selected yield between 10 and 20 tons of TNT, which is about 0.0% the size of the Hiroshima bomb. But it can cause a lot of problems. Now, my point is, did one of those get lost? Did one of those get taken and getting ready to be fired someplace here in America? Anyone within 500 feet of the blast would be vaporized instantly, while those up to a quarter mile away would suffer lethal doses of radiation. The launcher itself, which was operated by a 3-man crew, had a range of about 2 miles. A single, and I'll skip down, uninhabitable for generations wherever it landed. They made some 2,000 Davy Crockett systems were manufactured and delivered to Germany. Now, did one of those get lost? Did 10 of those get stolen? We don't know. By 1967, the Pentagon withdrew the weapons from the frontline units and phased the system out entirely within 4 years. Although versions of this warhead were retained as backpack-sized, there it is, backpack-sized special atomic demolitions munitions, or suitcase nukes. See, we don't know, but the prophets say they're here. Then in 1962 until 1992, the U.S. military maintained a stockpile of several thousand nuclear artillery shells. It's equal to 72 tons of TNT, roughly between 3 and 7 times more powerful than Davy Crockett. Then there's more than 3,100 of the Mach 3 missiles that were deployed. Only one AR-2 Genie was ever tested. Now, next question. Nuclear, we're talking about water. Nuclear depth charge was also made. So the MK-90, or Betty, was a Cold War-era nuclear depth charge that was introduced to take out a submarine, and is about 2 a third to two-thirds the size of a Hiroshima bomb. And it would take out a lot, obviously underwater, but then what about the radiation? Anyway, they decided to get away from it. Small scorched earth device used in evacuation. So the theory on this one was, in case the Russians overran Western Germany, they would leave these landmine nuclear devices behind, hidden in buildings and things like that, set a detonator to go off in no more than 9 days, and it would just blow up several places. In other words, if we can't have Western Germany, you're not going to have it either. We're going to destroy it. But they pulled those. Now, the point is, yes, there's been a lot of nuclear devices manufactured. Even the Brits got into it. It's called the British Blue Peacock. Similar 10-kiloton bomb could be buried beneath critical infrastructures to detonate within 8 days of a general retreat, leaving the Soviets with a series of smoking, radioactive craters within their newly acquired territories. And there was an unknown number of the bombs deployed across Western Germany. That was in 1957. Here's a picture of a W-54. This is a nuclear warhead, was used in the man-portable M388 David Crockett projectile. See, so they can make these in different shapes and different sizes. Here's an SADM or B-54 version of the W-54 in its carrying bag. This is what became a suitcase nuke. SADM hard carrying case, length 28 inches, diameter 18 inches, weight 30 pounds. So could a backpack that weighs 30 pounds be toted around? Yes, it could. That'll go on the back of a car. That'll go on the back of a horse. That'll go on the back of a man. U.S. Army Special Forces paratrooper with green light teams conducts a high-altitude, low-opening military free-fall jump with an Mk-54, another suitcase nuke. So they've been around a long time. W-54, what is it? Well, it's a tactical nuclear warhead with a yield of 10 to 1,000 tons of TNT. There's your more information if you want it. A suitcase nuclear device. Tactical weapon is portable enough it could use a suitcase as a delivery method. Soviet Union developed nuclear weapons small enough to be portable in specially designed backpacks. See the picture on the right side. So I would recommend you go to prophecyclub.com, and I'd recommend you go order 10 of them for $150. Potassium iodide, it's a simple fix to save a person's life, and you need to have, my opinion, probably enough of them to take care of your whole neighborhood, because when they find out you got it, they're going to want some. As you recall, this past Saturday, November the 9th, the Lord spoke to me, 2 words screaming at me loud like a trumpet. Medical, medical. I take that to mean that not only myself, but also those that follow Prophecy Club, in addition to all of the other preparations we've made, we need to start making medical preparations. And I put that out, and I was deluged with emails sending me to this place. This is the place that all of you seem to like when it comes to medical supplies. So I called them, hooked up, and I've arranged to get you a 5% discount when you use the promo code PROPHECY. Promo code PROPHECY, 5% discount, and it's refugemedical.com. refugemedical.com. And as you can see, they have all kinds of, here's one of the main things you need to get. It's called a burn bucket. This tells you all about it. They also have a business bundle, a home bundle. I think everybody ought to have at least a home bundle. They also have vehicle bundles, church bundles. So they already put this stuff together, and this is not foreign-made stuff. This is all American-made, and it's by a Christian company. And you go to refugemedical.com, refugemedical.com. If you don't want to lose your life's savings, if you have an IRA or a 401k, the thing to do is call 800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. These folks are Christians, and they specialize in helping people not lose their life savings in the event of a stock market crash and things like that. Look, most of the 401ks, most of the IRAs are in paper, backed by paper. And as Lindsey Williams says, if it's in paper, it's worth the paper it's written on. You can lose it all. 1-800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. Hey, give them a call. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you anything. See if they can give you some good advice. When the suitcase nukes, I didn't say if, I said when the suitcase nukes go off, if you want your car to start, if you want your computers and your refrigerators and things like that, anything with a computer chip to work, you want to have one of these from EMPShield.com. EMPShield.com. And they have videos up there. It takes about 10 minutes to put on. It's not complicated at all. And if you use the word prophecy, promo code prophecy, you get a $50 discount, and it helps your Prophecy Club. Okay, the very best offer we have ever had of the Prophecy Club is 40 books for a gift of $100. That is How Pre-Trib Won, Tribulation Secrets in Daniel, God's Warnings to America, Miss the Mark, and The Secret Door to Understand Bible Prophecy. I'll explain. As I've said many times, in 2017, I memorized the book of Revelation. I got 30 revelations, 2 visions, and an audible voice. God showed me a secret door, the word first fruits, which is found in Leviticus and also Revelation, that links the feasts to the prophecies of Revelation. And perhaps for the first time, Revelation can be understood. One prophetic word said, there's a lock. I put over a word in the book of Revelation. I'm going to open it to you. It will turn many books written on the end time message into obsolete books. That's this book. Secondly, I put together a collection of the very best prophecies from 32 years in Bible prophecy: Dimitri Duduman, Michael Boldale, Leslie Johnson, Henry Groover, Shane Warren, Terry Bennett, Maurice Sklar, Augusto Perez, Doug Metzger, Bree Keaton, and more in God's Warnings to America. Also, how do you talk to people about the mark of the beast, especially if they worship another god? Well, simple way is give them this book. It's a quick read. Takes about 3 hours to read it. But if they'll read 2 or 3 pages, they'll probably read the book. And if they read the book, they will never take the mark of the beast. It explains both the mark of the beast and also the number of the name, and it has these pictures in the book. Finally, How Pre-Trib Won. This book explains the truth about the rapture. It gives 4 foundations for the real truth about the rapture. It also answers 25 pre-trib questions, 1 for $20, each one of these typically, but don't do that. We offer them in shrink-wrap sets. The very best deal is go to prophecyclub.com and get the entire 40-book set for $100. I didn't cover every verse in the book of Daniel, didn't need to. I just covered the verses that has to do with us end-time saints. And it's called Tribulation Secrets in Daniel. 1 for $20, 10 for $30, 20 for $50 at prophecyclub.com.